beautifully done. I've never seen a show that everything was just so magnificent and so perfectly choreographed. I've been wanting to see this for a long time.
1月4日晚，在北卡罗利市杜克能源艺术中心，神韵环球艺术团的精彩演出令期盼已久的观众感到无比惊喜和满足。
It's really a divine. It was really good. I mean, very nicely done. You feel like you're way back in time, but also in the present as well.
It always fascinates me how they coordinated and the moments they do together. It's really breathtaking.
莫瑞特医生带领全家来观赏神韵，这也是他送给太太的特别生日礼物。
It's fantastic. I got a lot more out of it than I expected. It looked like it was going to be great from the start, but then you get here, it's just more than you ever thought it would be.
It was phenomenal on every level. Just it's a sensory kind of just overload to sit there and get the sights, the sounds. It's incredible.
舞台上，神韵艺术家完美超凡的演出令观众惊叹连连，并感动落泪。
The precision is absolutely incredible. And it's. I tried to remember. These are humans. This is. It's so perfect. It's just, and I kept looking over at my children's faces, and it was registering on their faces. It's the same way, just astonishment.
I would just say, I mean, if you want something to just experience and feel a lot of heart, this would be a show to see.
新唐人电视北卡罗利市报道。
1月5号，神韵环球艺术团在北卡罗利市杜克能源表演艺术中心的2场演出连续爆满，慕名而来的各界观众深深陶醉在神韵所带来的文化艺术飨宴中。
Fabulous. Oh, just fabulous.
Displays culture in a way that is significant. The dance is stunning. The movements are profound. The professionalism is excellent. It really is a great experience.
神韵环球艺术团在北卡罗利市的演出吸引各界精英。资深撰稿人兼编辑 Gibson 女士购买了神韵票作为圣诞礼物，邀请朋友一起前来观赏。
Very enjoyable. I'm glad that we came. I love the music, the costumes, the choreography. It was just fantastic.
The whole performance is put together well. The orchestra, the music, the costumes, especially the effects with the screen. I like that.
看到神韵所展现的中华文化精髓，观众感到无比美好，并引起内心深处共鸣。
Peace and harmony and cooperation seems to me to be very, very special.
The history and the culture, I think, came through, and it's nice that they had a little bit of a timeline, and you can feel the spiritualness and the divinity in it, so found it very enjoyable.
新唐人电视北卡罗利市报道。
It was beautiful. I loved the performance. It was really nice that we were able to see authentic Chinese culture that was uncensored from what I could tell. So we enjoyed that.
The show is beautiful. The dancing is wonderful, and the people are very elegant.
I like the sleeve dancing, and I think when I go home I'll try to balance a thing on my head and dance around the house. So, no, it's really delightful.
神韵演出既展现中国5000年文化的神性内涵，也有反映当今社会的现况，带给观众惊喜和反思。
The scope from the ancient to the modern, I thought that was very interesting, especially at the end with the cell phones. I thought that was very, very interesting.
The importance of faith in kind of restoring the soul, I think, was a very clear message.
公司总裁斯帕瑞迪女士尤其被神韵歌词和压轴节目所感动。
People all over the world have the same, maybe values and desires in life, and looking to heaven for salvation. And for afterlife, and what will come beyond.
观众表示，他们将把神韵的美好告诉更多人。
Well, I think you should all come and see it. It's very nice and worth it very much.
Oh yeah, we would tell them all to come.
新唐人电视北卡罗利市报道。
I was so taken by what we saw today. It was absolutely gorgeous.
And the joy, it was, and the way you presented the history was just absolutely perfection. We really enjoyed it.
I teared up, I cried. Cooler, I cried.
神韵环球艺术团在北卡罗利市的精彩演出令观众赞不绝口，歌唱家演唱的歌曲尤其给观众留下深刻印象。
Sometimes power takes over value. When that happens, it usually isn't very good, but in time it can change. The human spirit is very dominant and will rise up. Sometimes a long trip.
会讲一些中文的理查斯医生是第2次来观赏神韵，并已成为忠实粉丝。他希望能亲自向艺术家们表达由衷感谢。
I wish I could meet the individuals and bow, shake their hands, or thank them, whichever is appropriate, because the intensity with which they perform, that is what made this performance so meaningful and so touching. Is they brought that out with their individual. The eyes, the movements. I was fascinated by how so much energy would come out, but it flowed, and there's so much grace.
新唐人电视北卡罗利市报道。
我爱神韵，谢谢。
神韵环球艺术团在美国北卡罗利市的4场演出日前圆满落幕。前好莱坞环球影城副总裁感叹，从神韵里找回了当今社会缺失的传统价值观。
This is our first time here, so we really liked it a lot.
The flow of the costumes, I mean, it was just unbelievable. It was like being on a cloud.
The costumes are so beautiful. The colors are just magnificent. The graphics are just phenomenal.
从事娱乐业数10年的前好莱坞环球影城副总裁布拉德女士非常欣赏神韵，并惊叹演出背后大量完善的幕后工作。
The dancing is phenomenal, and the costumes. I mean, somebody has to. I kept thinking about how many times they had to change their costumes. So somebody's in charge of that, and I really respect that.
从神韵演出中，观众深刻体会到中华文化的特色和丰富表现力。
Poetry, how the Chinese are very poetic in their interpretation of stories.
Your music does speak to us. It speaks to our health and our beings and movement, especially that beautiful movement. So speaks to you.
神韵纯善纯美的演出令主流观众赞叹流连，期待明年再来。
This is great. We'll be back.
Traditional values are something we're missing in the United States right now, so we can go back to traditional values right here.
I can't wait till you come back. So, yeah, we enjoyed it. Thank you very much.
新唐人电视北卡罗利市报道。